We are live here at the Ynares Covered Court, Ynares Center rather, in Antipolo City, as we have another 9-game slate here on our Saturday offering, and this is the Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. And our first game is between Bulacan and Marikina in the 14 under division. Hello everyone who's watching us live on the Junior MPBL Facebook pages, YouTube channel, and also we're live on MPTV Signal Channel 98. Ken and Cho Pangilinan with you. Una sa lahat, happy birthday, Cho.
Thank you very much, Ken.
And ito nga, pag matutukoyan natin, itong Bulacan and itong Marikina. So, pag-usapan natin itong dalawang kupunan, Cho.
For Marikina, no? Una-una, they have a 2-3 record where their last game, they agonized a 15-point loss against Quezon City Junior Giants. It was 19 days ago where QC found better spots on the floor as they were able to sink 41% of their shots. And both defenses were phenomenal. However, Marikina did a poorer job on defense as they allowed themselves to get 33 turnovers. And they also allowed Quezon City to score 38 points off those let-goes. Samantalang ito namang Bulacan, their game was just last week where they got a 9-point loss against the Pampanga Junior Giant Lanterns, where both teams shot a comparable percentage. And Pampanga did a more brilliant job of scattering the ball on offense. Pampanga also got the best out of the bench points as they tallied 40. But Bulacan definitely has the duty to better their fast break scoring as they were outscored by 16 on the break.
So, makikita natin, both teams trying to bounce back from their respective losses. So, we have our key players, no, na pwede natin pag-usapan. On one end, we've got Benjo Vargas para dito sa Bulacan, and for Marikina, you've got Molek Lim.
First, we have, no, as you mentioned, Benjo Kane Vargas, who got 25, 4, 1, and 1 steal last game. An impressive scoring output for him, but will need to level it up to bounce back from a close loss. Samantalang meron naman tayong Molek Lim from Marikina, who got 9 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist in their last game. It was an underwhelming production from the lad and will certainly need to do a more terrific job if they want to win this ball game.
And those two guys, mga aasahan yan sa kani-kanilang kupunan. And we'll also take a look at our marquee matchup. We also got ito si TJ Montano and Denden Enriquez. Montano from Bulacan and Enriquez from Marikina.
Yes, Montano averaging almost 11 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, 1.6 assists per game, and 1.4 steals per game. An all-around athlete with above-average defense. On the other hand, we have Denden Enriquez from Marikina averaging 15.4 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, 3.2 assists per game, and 4.6 steals per game. A respectable scorer with first-class clamps that will surely have the other team worrying.
So, tignan natin, no? Sino kaya sa dalawang kupunan na to ang mamamayagpag ngayong umaga? Let's find out as we turn you over to our game announcer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ynares Center, Antipolo City. Now it's time for the first match of the Apex Gaming 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Inaugural season. It's a battle between Bulacan 14 under and Marikina Shoemaster 14 under. Introducing first the starting five of Bulacan 14 under. He's playing point guard number 22, Josh Monilla. Shooting guard number 5, Benjo Kane Vargas. Small forward number 20, Sebastian Amboy. Playing power forward number 14, Terrence Montano. At center number 16, Daniel Luke Concepcion. The head coach of Bulacan 14 under, head coach Gaben Tai, assistant coach Eli Chua, German Lipio, and Kojak Belegrito. Now it's time for your Marikina Shoemaster 14 under. Introducing first five, center number 18, Ram Francisco. Playing shooting guard number 7, Kirk Tolentino. Power forward number 29, Julius Pili. Point guard number 27, Malek Liam. Small forward number 11, Migs Fabis. The head coach of Marikina 14 under, Coach Monroe Quezon, assistant coach Jonathan Taronas, Gian Solana, and Hernan Bunag. The game's official, crew chief Nino Perez, Ronaldo Batango, Angelo Duro. This is Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Sa ating magkabilang kupunan for Bulacan, you've got Vargas, Montaño, Concepcion, Sebastian Omboy, and Josh Monilla. Para naman sa Marikina, it's Kirk Tolentino, Ram Francisco, Mole Klim, Julius Pili, and Miguel Favis. First possession mapupunta sa Bulacan, but agad magresulta into a traveling violation. Ken Pangilinan pa rin po kasama ang ating birthday celebrant na si Cho. And Cho, your expectations coming into this match?
Well, kita naman natin sa starting five unang-una ng Bulacan ng kanilang two key players na pinag-usapan natin kanina ay on the floor. So mukhang they're really looking forward to setting up a really good tempo start of the ball game. No? 0-5 sila. Samantalang ang kabila naman, isa lang sa ating key players na pinag-usapan kanina, ang present.
And that's one way to start off your fast break attack at nakascore doon si Omboy.
And that's something no, na kailangan din i-improve talaga ng Bulacan because that's where they lost last game.
Sorry, that was Monilla on that first basket. Agad naman sinundan doon ni Concepcion. So it's 4-0 in favor of Bulacan.
It looks like they're aware no, na that's something they really need to improve on as they only got 18 fast break points. And ito na naman, speaking of fast break points.
But JT Bulacan starting really well. They're searching for their first win here, Cho.
That is a great outing no, so far for Bulacan on the fast break end. Tignan natin if they're able to convert another one.
Monilla with his fourth point this time, knocking down that outside jumper. So it's 8-0 now for the guys in white. Pili nakataka sa depensa and gets that layup to go.
And now the first basket for the Marikina team. However, will they able to stop the offensive fast break points of their opponent?
At yan ang masakit, no? Kakabasket nyo lang, nagpamigay agad kayo ng puntos para sa inyong kalaban. And Bulacan starting out like a house on fire. 5 of 5 so far as they now have an 8-point lead under 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
And that is such a fast outburst no, from this Bulacan squad. Mukhang they're really looking to seal the deal at least in this first quarter and just have another problem with the second one.
Then Enriquez, the leading scorer para dito sa Junior Shoemasters, knocks down a free.
And with no hesitation, Enriquez, and that is the reason why he is one of the key players for his team.
And here he gets the rebound. Tries to pass it off to Favis, but they turn the ball over.
And for Bulacan, that is a good job on defense. And we can see as Enriquez hits that one with no hesitation. And nothing but nylon for the young lad right there.
Eto Marikina employing their full court pressure. Let's see how Bulacan will respond here. Naitawid nila ang bola. Left-handed attempt. Unang mintes para dito sa Bulacan. But ball will stay on their side with a fresh 14 on their shot clock. Coach Monroe Quezon, the head coach ng ating 14 under Marikina Junior Shoemaster squad. Baseline inbound para dito sa Bulacan. Intercepted by Pineda. Enriquez back to Pineda. Goes up but unable to convert. And a strong move coming from Benjo Vargas.
And just really another level of aggression for Bulacan. Itong Marikina, it seems to be at least too much in this so far in our minutes.
And Bulacan, they're the only winless team so far dito sa ating tournament, but parang di halata sa kanilang magandang panimula dito.
Tingin ko nag-aral talaga yan ng film. No? They reviewed ko ano ba yung pagkukulang nila last game. And mukhang aware naman sila sa mga discrepancies and sa solutions na kailangan nilang gawin to solve those.
Foul on the floor against the guys in black. At maganda nga yung panimula, no? Itong JT Bulacan Taipan. But the question is, can they sustain it for the whole 40 minutes? Another 3-point attempt. This time wala. Favis sa loob gets fouled and he will head to the line.
And even though that did not go in, that's great anticipation from Favis. Nakita nyo na his teammate's shot was short and just great presence of mind from him.
And so we're in the middle of the season already, and given our tournament format, gaano ka-importante itong laro na ito para sa magkabilang kupunan?
Well, unang-una for Bulacan, I think it's enough na wala silang panalo. So they really need to get on the winning books muna to be able to have hopes of just advancing to the playoffs. Samantalang ito namang Junior Shoemasters, they have a losing record. So I believe they're in the middle of the pack, and if they really want to get somewhere, they need to go on top of it.
And talking about Marikina, Cho, given our format, we've got 11 teams from each division. Ito, ang tutunguhan natin, North Division, 11 teams po yung maglalaban nandyan. Sa South Division, mayroon ding 11, so a total of 22 teams. And each division, we will have the top 6 teams outright advancing, no? And then 7 and 8, 9 and 10, meron tayong tinatawag na play-in tournament. And if you're Marikina, gusto mong iwasan yung ganyang klaseng complication.
Exactly, because unang-una sa play-in tournament, maraming upsets na nangyayari dyan. Even though may mas mataas na seed, may mas magandang record ng isang team, is marami talagang unexpected moments. If you're a fan of basketball, no, not only of the junior MPBL, alam mo, na sa mga ganong klaseng pagkakataon, anything is really possible.
And right now, they're sitting, like you mentioned, in 8th place. So if the playoffs started today, kailangan nila muna maglaro sa play-in bago sila maka-advance sa quarterfinals. But on the flip side, you've got Bulacan still winless. So sila yung 11th place ngayon. But if they could string a couple of wins, perhaps at least makapasok sila sa play-in tournament. So tignan natin, no? Meanwhile, Ram Francisco again with the offensive board. And he gives Marikina another possession.
For Marikina, that is important, no? Because in their last game, they got 33 turnovers, as we said on the pre-game. So it looked like they're aware. That's something they should really capitalize on.
Baseline drive by Favis. Mintes. Concepcion trying to send it to his teammate, but it sails out of bounds. At ang talaan po natin ay 12-7, 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
And that is a missed opportunity for Bulacan, considering na yung ibang opportunities nila kanina, nakakapitalize nila. So that's something rare, at least so far in our ball game.
Bulacan still applying that pressure defense. Pineda nakatakas. Oh, nice bounce pass para dito kay Benito. And Bulacan, after an 8-0 start, nag-counter naman itong Marikina with a 9-3 run of their own. Kaya naman, they are only trailing by 3 points, 12-9 with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter.
Ligan ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang.
Despite their recent loss against Team Pampanga, the team is still focused on reaching the playoffs. Habang sa kabilang koponan naman, Assistant Coach Erman Libio of JT Bulacan Taipan has mentioned that the game plan is to have a running game for them to be given the chance to claim their first win today. Another Saturday of basketball greatness, and with that, we thank you, our partner, Apex Gaming 88, for bringing out the sheer fun of gaming. Pwede kang maglaro and manalo gamit ang inyong phone. Play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Elevate your game only with Apex Gaming 88. Remember that gaming is only for 21 years old and above. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly, and of course, parental supervision is advised.
points in our ball game, and it was very evident in before their timeout.
And that's something that they're trying to work on because offense has been really hard to come by on their side. Karamihan sa kanilang mga pagkatalo it's because yung output nila very meager. Usually mga below 50 so kanilang puntos. Although in their last game, some positive signs. They lost to Pampanga, although they lost that game. Naka 79 points sila. They shot decently, around 46%. So, building blocks yan para sa kanilang kupunan. As Montaño at the line, one of the leading scorers para dito sa Bulacan. Averaging in double figures, ito si TJ Montaño. But muffs his 2 shots from the stripe. Enriquez floats one up. No good. And Benito with back-to-back points.
And great anticipation from Benito kanina. Nakita natin, he got a very hard pass sa kanyang teammate, and now he's still capitalizing on those opportunities na nakukuha niya.
And they force a turnover. So Marikina, after a slow start, they draw to within 1. Subs coming in. Sa magkabilang kupunan. We're approaching the 1.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Nakaso na ngayon ang Bulacan. Enriquez drives baseline, floats one up, and it trickles in, plus a foul.
And that's a great move right there, Just not giving up on the play after the whistle, after the contact, and just a lucky bounce for the young man right there.
And that move of the game is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. Mintes, pero lamang na dito ang Marikina, 13-12. Enriquez with another steal. He's averaging close to 5 steals a game and immediately converts on the other end.
And as we said in the pregame, he is a very respectable scorer, and you don't really want to let him just get into the rhythm, because once na makuha na yung rhythm niya, mahihirapan ka na pigilan yung batang yan.
15-4 run para dito sa Marikina. If you just tuned in, Bulacan was off to a hot start, 8-0. And great job by Coach Monroe, Quesson, and his boys responding well sa maagang panimula ng Bulacan. Under a minute remaining, they are now up by 3. Vargas swings the ball to the left side. Another turnover. Enriquez with a running start. Oh, the sidestep move. Gets fouled on his way up.
Just a fearless drive from the young man, and that is the reason why he's averaging almost 16 points per game. Talking about Bulacan naman, kita natin na-intercept yung kanilang pagpasa kanina, and again, that's something they should improve on. They need to have better circulation of the ball on offense, because they only got 19 assists in their last game compared sa kanilang kalaban who got 28.
Enriquez at the line knocks down the first. Gaya ng binanggit mo, leading scorer for Marikina.
Substitution.
2 for 2 at the line. So they now open up a 5-point lead with 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Nakaagaw na naman sila dito.
Great response right there from Marikina. Now, talking about Marikina, actually, talking about Bulacan, rather, of three of their boys already has 4 points. So, kahit pa paano, that's something positive. Pwede natin makita even though nag-struggle na sila in the dying minutes of our quarter.
And a 3-second violation as a Bulacan player camped inside the paint. So virtual last shot na ito para sa mga nakaitim. Ethan Francisco na itawid ang bola. Tries to pass it off but masyadong mataas para sa kanyang kakampi doon.
I think he was aware na namamatay na yung oras, kaya nagkaroon ng factor, nataranta siya. Now Bulacan has the chance to capitalize.
Another steal, Francisco. That attempt snuffed away. Bulacan and Marikina fighting for that ball with only 4.6 seconds remaining. Marikina has one last shot at it. It's a 5-point lead, 17-12. Another shot block from Omboy. At mukhang may naitawag pang foul just before the buzzer sound.
Fouling San Francisco, his second penalty.
Yan ang masakit dyan. Over the foul limit na itong Marikina. So Monilla at the line. So hindi pa tapos ang ating first quarter.
And it's Bulacan's chance to score, no, after a really dry second half of the first quarter. Unfortunately, hindi na naipasok ang first free throw niya.
0 of 2 at the line, and that will be the end of quarter number 1. As we check out the Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. At nakita natin itong salaksak na ito. Coming from Bulacan. And Benjo Vargas coming off a 25-point outing. Really aggressive as we end quarter number 1 with a 17-12 lead by the Marikina Junior Shoemasters.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may
We are now at the second quarter of our 14-under matchup between Bulacan and Marikina. Nandito po tayo ngayon sa Ynares Center in Antipolo. Ken Pangilinan, Chok Pangilinan, and Daniel Laguardia ang maghahatid ng mga laro po para sa inyo para ngayong umaga. And Chok, your thoughts on that opening quarter?
Unang-una, no, for Bulacan, it was an impressive 8-0 run for them. Unfortunately, nawala yung kanilang groove, no? They lost the rhythm on that one. Actually, mas maganda pa nga yung tinira ng Bulacan, no? On the field, 50% para sa kanila, and Marikina only 35%. Pero nakita naman natin, mas aggressive talagang Marikina. They sink their free throws, 4 out of 7, 0 out of 4 for Bulacan, and that is the reason why they were leading after that first quarter.
And this is now a 19-4 run by Marikina. So a 15-point turnaround after being down 8-0. Francisco hands it off. Hanopol, muntik nang maagawan doon. And the bump. As itong si Cayosa pupunta sa free throw line for 2 free throws.
And that's another thing na ang ginagawa ng Marikina, no, better than their opponent, is to just being overly aggressive, no, sa basket, and of course sinking the free throw shots when it matters.
So far, 2 out of 3 from the line. Itong Marikina Junior Shoemasters. As they now have their biggest lead at 8 points, 20-12. And they're still applying the pressure here. Nakaagaw ulit sila dito. Hook pass. But before that, may naitawag na foul doon. 2012. Marikina with a 2-3 record. Samantala naman Bulacan still searching for that elusive win. 0-7 ang kanilang win-loss record.
And I think one of the reasons na, no, bakit walang panalo itong Bulacan is nawawala yung kanilang rhythm when tumatagal yung laro. Kanina kita naman natin, they had the energy, they had all the instruments para mag-lead man lang sa first quarter, pero nawala bigla.
Why do you think, Cho, nangyayari yung ganun, no? Biglang nawawala sa rhythm ang isang kupunan.
Alam naman natin, no, na ang basketball is just really a game of adjustments. And I believe na itong Marikina talaga, commending them dahil grabing adjustment na ginawa nila.
A player down on the floor for Marikina. 10 na kanilang labang dito. With under 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter, let's take a look at what happened. Actually, away from the play na iyon eh. And down on the floor is Chrysler Elige.
So we didn't really see no kung ano ba talaga exactly nangyari, but hopefully okay lang itong batang to. Kita naman natin kaya naman just standing up and hopefully at the end of the ball game makabalik rin siya.
Elige gingerly walking towards the bench. And at the line is Benjo Vargas. 25 ang ginawa nito nung huling laban nila kontra sa Pampanga.
So far, 5 points pa lamang ang kanyang naitatala. No? So underwhelming quarter. At least 1 quarter for him. Tiran natin if he'll be able to bounce back and help his team because again, they're struggling from the field so far.
Anopol sa kabilang dako. Umatake, wala. Monilla gets the rebound. And another turnover pero nakatapik doon si Concepcion. Balik sa kanilang bola dito.
And as we go over the game, kita natin mas nagiging intense. And they're really just gritty defense from both ends. However, itong Marikina really just an exceptional performance on offense.
So they now have 13 turnovers and we still have 7 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Pero good sign for them. Omboy intercepting that pass and goes all the way for the fast break layup.
And that seems to be a hint of daylight para sa kanila. It's still not over, far from over actually. At least in this quarter. Still a single-digit deficit that they're facing. So still really manageable para makabalik.
Meanwhile, we've got a report galing kay Daniel Laguardia.
It's very important for head coach Monroe Quezon of Marikina Junior Shoemasters under that all 25 players in his team ay mabigyan ng pag-asa practice. His players are so young, he also makes sure that their priority of their academics. These student athletes are giving their all in every game to chase basketball dreams. With this game, we can really. Let's get back to you, Ken and Shaw.
Very much. Our third member of our panel, Daniel Laguardia, and Bulacan. Still trailing by 7 here, 22-15, approaching the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Francisco cuts inside. Another steal by Bulacan. Counter steal naman. Molek Lim. Oh, the gorgeous attempt at the rim. At buti lang, nandun si Pili trying to clean up that miss.
Kita natin, it's really evident. Ang daming counter steals so far in the last 2 minutes of this quarter. And mukhang aware nga talaga itong Marikina, the turnovers and the points of turnovers ang kanilang magiging focus talaga in this ball game since that's the aspect where they fell short in their last game.
Julius Pili at the line, the lefty. I remember he had one of his better games also in this building. In fact, he was the best player of that ball game here. But unable to convert on his free throws. But luckily for him, his teammate was there, Ram Francisco, with a putback.
Francisco, kanina pa siya just really doing a great job anticipating the misses, boxing out, and that is the reason why nakakailan na siyang attempts and makes inside the paint.
Difficult shot. Piles secures the miss. Enriquez, atake sa gitna. Pasok sa loob, and Molek Lim, that undergo stab is successful. And Bulacan forced to call a timeout here. 5:14 left in the second quarter. Those two connecting really well. Ito si Enriquez and Molek Lim as the Marikina Junior Shoemasters have a 12-point lead, 27-15 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune.
I have here with me Assistant Coach Gian Saloma of Marikina Junior Shoemasters 14 under. So Coach, coming from a loss against Team Pampanga, syempre these players are very young and they have this type of motivation that they need. And as a coach, how do you motivate your players, especially coming into this court against Bulacan?
Actually, it's against Quezon City. We're still consistent in our motivation from the very until right. We think that we're better from. I guess that's our motivation for the kids.
Thank you so much. And with that naman ba, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin ng mga Mariqueños online and offline?
Thank you. Salamat po sa mga taga Marikina na walang sawang sumusuporta po sa amin. Po, and maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you so much and good luck, Coach, for the rest of the game. Once again, that was Assistant Coach Gian Saloma of Marikina Junior Shoemasters. And of course, we can't go away without thanking our partner Apex Gaming 88 for bringing out the sheer fun of gaming. Pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit ang iyong phone. Play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Elevate your gaming only with Apex Gaming 88. Of course, remember that gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. And of course, remember, parental advisory is still advised.
Thank you very much, Daniel Laguardia. As Bulacan now trail by double digits here, 27-16.
For Bulacan, one of the things that they really need to take to pay attention to is their turnovers, because they currently have 14 compared to 8 of Marikina's. And that is obviously because of their sloppy offense na mukhang hindi pa nila talaga nakukuha or nagkukulang pa ang kanilang momentum.
Another turnover forced by the guys in black. Dane Enriquez completes it.
And again, that's one of the problems din talaga that they're facing. Of course, turnovers lead to more opportunities, to more scoring opportunities for their opponents. So that's something they should cancel out. Gusto nilang mapigilan pa in other aspects ng kanilang kalaban.
Ram Francisco called for a foul there. It's now a Baker's dozen lead para dito sa Marikina, 29-16 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter.
Narinig naman natin kanina, no? Mula kay Coach Gian of Marikina, ng mindset lang talaga nila is they're better than kung sino man yung kalaban nila. Just as simple as that. And that is very evident in how they are playing, the confidence which they are having in this ball game. Mukhang confident talaga sila na they're really better. Sino man yung mga kaharap nila.
2 for 2 at the line. So far, it's been a struggle for Bulacan from that area. Only 4 out of 10. On the other side, Marikina doing just a little bit better, 6 out of 11. And they try to break itong full court press ng Bulacan. Naitawid nilang bola dito. Dane Enriquez. Balik kay Molek Lim. Atake sa gitna. That one-hander doesn't work. Bonilla against Enriquez. Galman bumps into the defender. No foul call. Faves recovers. And bola mananatili sa panig ng Junior Shoemasters.
If we're going to look at our stat sheet, no? It's almost all facets of the game. Dikit talaga. Nagkakalayo lang talaga yung turnovers and of course the points from the said turnovers.
And the Marikina Junior Shoemasters calls for time. They lead by 11, 29-18.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior.
That timeout was presented by Apex Gaming 88. Brings gaming fun here at the Junior MPBL. Pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit ang inyong phone. Play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Elevate your game only with Apex Gaming 88. Gaming is for 21 years and above only. Keep it fun mga kaliga. Game responsively. Parental supervision is advised.
Kanina Ken, no, pinag-uusapan natin na ang turnovers talaga nagiging sakit nitong Bulacan with Terence Montano actually having the most turnover in his team. And actually, he is one of the biggest contributor din. So, obviously, siya ang hinahanap. Pero mukhang hindi gumagana ito. He's losing the leather. Not really consistent with handling it. So, that may be one of the causes kung bakit marami talaga silang mga let-goes.
Actually, maraming turnovers siya nung last game. I think he had 7 turnovers against Pampanga. And, you know, sometimes it's expected because the ball is always on your hands. But, kaya ng sabi mo nga, he has to take care of the ball much better. Dahil nga, ngayon, 15 turnovers na sila dito as compared to 9 for Marikina.
Well, if you're gonna be precise, no, hindi naman talaga ball handling ang kanyang strength. I think that's one of the reasons then kung bakit niya nagagawa ito. But overall, he's just an all-around athlete, no? Which defense talaga nagiging puhunan ng kanyang laro with 1.4 steals per game. So, that's one area na kailangan talaga niyang i-improve.
Well, problema pa rin nila yan as Miguel Favis, the steal and the bucket. And they open up their biggest lead at 14, 32-18. As we take a look at that connection by Favis
And again,
Timbas.
for Marikina, just doing a great job of playing really unselfish. And that's what they need because very energetic ang kalaban nila and active hands din on defense.
Pasok sa loob. Nakabingwit ng foul doon. Itong si TJ Montano.
Actually, speaking of active hands, no? If active hands itong Bulacan, mas lalo pa itong Marikina as Lim and Cayosa has 2 steals each. And actually, meron pang the rest of their teammates, no? May tigi-isa. So kita mo talaga na hindi lang isa ang gumagawa in the steals department. Every one of them just having active hands, just really gritty on defense.
Missing everything on that first free throw. Ito si Montano. It's been a struggle here for Bulacan. 4 out of 12 at the line. 2 minutes remaining and they still trail by 14 here. And if you're Bulacan, you've got to be careful here. Ayan, may foul at the backcourt. Penalty na sila dito. 2 shots. Baka na naman dito sa mga nakaitim.
That's another facet of the game. Another really coming up short, no? In the usapang free throw, they're only shooting 40%. And if you're Bulacan, you're just letting too many aspects of your game be short against your opponent. Dapat somehow, some way, makahanap ka ng butas. Maybe in the 3-point shooting, no? Na hindi rin naman nila tinitignan masyado. So maybe that's one way to look at it, one angle to see.
2 for 2 at the line. Marikina now with a 16-point lead. If you're Bulacan, you've got to be careful here. You want to cut this down to at least single digits before halftime. Baseline inbound para sa mga nakaputi. Vargas sa right corner. Kick out pass to Monilia. Almost another interception by Enriquez. And only 9.7 seconds on their shot clock.
Yung kaninang 8-0 run no, ng Bulacan, it's all of their fast break points na in our whole game. So kita natin na so far, na-check talaga sila in that department. So great defense and just commending Marikina for that adjustment.
Elige. Oh, the drop off at the last second.
And after dropping on the floor kanina, no, he was clearly in pain. Na nakabalik siya, and actually he's very crucial in this game because so far he has 4 steals. So he's one of the difference maker din talaga on defense.
Ganda ng pagkaimay sa depensa doon ng Marikina. As you saw here, Elige dropping it off at the last second para kay Miguel Favis. And they double up the output nitong Bulacan. 36-18, under a minute remaining in the first half. And the free throws, still a huge problem para dito sa Bulacan.
Yes, very underwhelming no for Bulacan. As again, as I've been saying in my every coverage, free throws are basically cheat codes na walang nakabantay sa'yo, nakatigil yung oras, and it's your chance to cut the lead or even add to the lead kung meron man.
Dean Enriquez with the one-hander, and ito 20 puntos na ang kalamangan ng Marikina.
And speaking of 20 puntos, no, double digits na rin ang scoring nito ni Enriquez.
Agad naman nakasagot doon si Omboy. And that move the game brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
That is the importance of not losing morale even though you're down big in a ball game, no? Because you don't know yung mga ganito classic plays. This might add to your momentum as a squad. And malay mo, this might be the start of something out of nothing.
But another missed free throw para dito sa JT Bulacan Taipan. Pero nakaagaw sila dito. But Lim, counter steal. Pwede ng last shot para dito sa Marikina. Dane Enriquez lumabas sa bandang kanan. 5 seconds remaining. Still a lot of time left for that last shot. And good execution to punctuate the second quarter para dito sa Bulacan. It's been a struggle for them. After an 8-0 start, nagpamigay sila ng maraming puntos. Let's check out the Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. And that very last play, galing dito ay Benjo Vargas. Converting inside, now has 7 points, but his team trailing by 16 at the half, 38-22.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Let's check out some of the highlights of the first half. Ken and Chok Pangilinan ang inyong kasama sa panel ngayong umaga. Bulacan kontra Marikina Bulacan with an 8-0 start. But Marikina countering with a 9-4 run, and ngayon lamang sila ng 16 puntos, Chok.
Yeah, in the first half, no, Bulacan got 8 points only in the second quarter. And speaking of the 8-0 run, 8-0 run in the first quarter, however, 8 lamang para sa second quarter as well. And Marikina with an outstanding 21 points. It is in the second quarter after only scoring 17 nung first quarter. And a lot of steals actually kung tutuusin para dito sa Bulacan. However, they quickly get answered back ng kanilang kalaban, no? Every time nakakuha sila ng agaw. Turnovers, again, napag-usapan na natin, but commending Marikina for maximizing the mistakes made by their opponent. Yung margin of error talaga against this team, maliit lang. Hindi ka pwedeng magkamali kasi once magkamali ka, they will just really take advantage of that immediately.
And Marikina immediately opening up the third quarter with a 3. Biggest lead so far by the Junior Shoemasters was 20 points. And right now, it's a 19-point lead. But Bulacan able to force a turnover on that possession.
And speaking of 20 points kanina, 20-point lead, Marikina's bench has been scoring 20 compared sa kanilang kalaban na 0 lamang. So, kita mo na ang second unit talaga. Mga bati ni Coach Gian, no? Just really leveling it up and just doing a great job offensively.
And red flag so far for Bulacan. The turnovers, 20 na agad. First half pa lang. And also, the free throw shooting, only 26% dahil nga 4 out of 15 sila from that 15-foot line. Let's see if they could turn things around here in the second half. And the putback works para dito kay Concepcion.
And finally, I think one of the positives din talaga na makikita natin is they're really trying, they're really putting on the effort. Aware sila na they're down big and they really have to level it up if gusto nilang makahabol.
Nifty finish with the left hand galing dito kay Ethan Francisco.
And just effortless from the young man, no? Just slicing through the defense, just getting it to go.
Here he is with a steal. 19-point lead for the Junior Shoemasters. Forward pass. At ganyan ang nagiging tema ng Bulacan, although they saved that basketball on that trip. They've not been doing a good job taking care of the ball so far, itong mga nakaputi.
Yeah, and evident naman yan, no? Na itong si TJ Montaño has 7 turnovers. And ito namang si Ompoy has 3. So mukhang Sila talaga ang hinahanap. Unfortunately, good adjustments by Marikina, just checking in. They did their assignments. Alam nila kung sino yung mga dapat bantayan. Alam nila kung sino ba dapat ang mo-contain. Enable for them, no, to just get, hopefully, this W.
Benjo Vargas at the line. 2 for 2, so good sign para sa kanila. He now has 9 to lead itong Bulacan, but they still trail by 17 points here with under 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Francisco attacks the middle. Kisses it out of glass, pero Mintes. Pili with offensive rebound. Wala. Omboy, forward pass. Vargas able to recover the loose ball. Drives baseline. Concepcion. Pasok sa loob, in traffic. He will head to the line for 2 shots.
And one thing to take note as well, no, itong Marikina, they have 10 more attempts than their opponent. So kita natin na dun pa lang sa attempts nung shots, they're more confident, they're more composed. Mas gusto talaga nilang tumira compared to itong Bulacan. Maybe you can have a conclusion na they are laid back kahit papano, no, because nawalan sila ng moral. Siguro dahil medyo maalat sila nung first half. Pero some of the positives din talaga na great defense naman talaga kung tutuusin. Sadyang Marikina just very lucky sa kanilang mga counter steals.
Pili turns around, no good, but the putback works para dito kay Renz Timbas.
Yung Timbas, kita natin, he has the height, he has the width. Compared dito sa white shirts, may edge talaga sila when it comes to strength underneath the basket.
Omboy, no. Battle for the rebound won by Marikina. Under 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Ethan Francisco against Vargas. Bigay kay Hanopol, fires the 3. That's good!
And that is the second three-pointer of Marikina so far in this ball game. Actually, hindi naman talaga yan ang nagiging forma nila, no? Pero it's really good na dinadagdagan nila yung threats nila para magtataka itong Bulacan kung saan ba nila ito babantayan ang kanilang kalaban.
Let's check in with Daniel Laguardia.
Motivated as ever, the JT Bulacan Taipan are giving their 100% whenever they enter the court. As mentioned by assistant coach Herman, with their last 3 games, he has mentioned na gumanda na ang laro nila and they have gained the momentum they have been looking for. The team is very hopeful, claiming their first win today. Sabi nga ni number 5, Benjo Vargas, who scored 25 points their last game. Maganda naman ang naging resulta ng kanilang mga laro, pero mas sasaya sila kapag nakakuha na sila ng panalo.
Three-pointer, the first one para dito sa Bulacan, courtesy of Benjo Vargas.
Sabi nga ni Vargas, no, na maganda naman talaga nagiging result. And that's good because kita naman natin na there's a really good team naman talaga. Hindi lang talaga nagtatranslate into wins. And so far for Benjo, he scored 12 points so far of 25 points their last game. So underwhelming, but playing almost 22 minutes. Let's take a look on the instant replay.
Vargas, top of the key, free. But they still trail here by 18, past the halfway point of the third quarter. Enriquez, tough shot, missing everything. Bulacan. And that mid-range jumper galing dito kay Ferdinand Gaiman.
Mukhang gusto nilang i-approach yung ating laro, no, in a different angle. Obviously, they haven't been able to sink ang kanilang fast break opportunities, and maybe the mid-range game, the middle game will be the key. Hopefully, no, para makalapit man lang sila.
And it's a 5-0 run para dito sa Bulacan. 4:23 left in the third quarter. Galman steps it in. And it's Concepcion now at the line dahil penalty na itong Marikina. It's good on the first free throw.
Concepcion playing 16 minutes so far. Mukhang siya rin talaga isa sa mga key ball handlers nitong kanyang koponan, scoring 7 so far in our ball game.
And it's a 7-0 run by Bulacan. Kaya naman napatime out na dito si Coach Monroe. Quezon, 48-34, Marikina on top.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Back with us here as Marikina, after leading by as much as 21 points, Bulacan making headway here with 7 unanswered points. And Cho, ano yung naging susi dito sa mini run na kasalukuyang meron itong Bulacan?
Well, I think nagsettle na sila no into the jumpers, mid-range jumpers, 3-point jumper. Mukhang confident na sila sa kanilang tira, unlike kanina, no? They were behind 10 attempts sa kanilang kalaban. So that's one good sign because of course, as we all know, hindi naman talaga papasok ang tira mo kung hindi ka mag-attempt.
But Marikina on that trip, providing multiple defensive stops. Under 4 minutes remaining, they still lead here by 14 points, 48-34. Marikina with a 2-3 record. Lost their last game against Quezon City. Samantala naman, etong Bulacan still searching for that very first victory here in our 14 under division.
One of the things I've observed about Marikina is yung minutes distribution ng kanilang coach. No? Very well distributed. Wala talagang kumakain ng maraming minuto. Ang pinakamalaki lang talaga is itong si Enriquez, of course, because siya key player, but almost 15 minutes pa lang. Wala pang nakakalagpas ng 20 minutes so far. Nakita natin ang strategy siguro talaga nila is to really maximize their players.
And Bulacan, again, recovering the basketball, pero pinamigay nila pabalik dito sa Marikina. Under 3 minutes remaining. And Marikina just losing control of that basketball. Montaño gets blocked. Ngunit may tinawag din yatang foul sa ilalim. What do you think of that play, Cho?
And that's the issue, no? Kapag alam mo talaga kung sino yung initial man ng kalaban mo, I think expected naman na on that play siguro specifically, no, na it'll be sa kamay talaga ni TJ ang bola. But luckily for him, free throw ang naging hatol sa play na yun.
Malinis sa taas pero may body contact sa ilalim. But Montaño missing on that first. 1 out of 2. And Bulacan still in the midst of an 8-0 run. They have cut the lead down to 13. And they almost intercept that pass. Francisco sa loob. Will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Itong si Ram Francisco, no? Almost playing 15 minutes in our game. So far, 2 points and 2 rebounds lang. Pero kita mo naman na malaki ang tiwala sa kanya ng coach niya. And playing really heavy minutes. And I think that's just proof na height is truly might. Na hindi mo talaga makikita sa stat sheets and contribution ng isang Ram Francisco na nagpo-provide ng rim protection, ng inside presence, and ng intimidation factor sa kanyang kalaban.
Actually, ito si Ram Francisco, top 8 in terms of rebounding. 11 rebounds a game. 6 that free throw. So it's now 50-35 with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Monilla directing traffic for the JT Bulacan Taipan. Swings it. Galman almost losing his footing. Mintes ang mid-range jumper doon di Pangan, and ball will swing over to the side of the Marikina Junior Shoemasters.
Kita natin na Marikina has observed that Bulacan is trying their game within the mid-range area, and na-check naman ng maayos in that play.
Francisco umatake, gets fouled. And that end one play brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
Kakasabi ko lang na kanina na to si Francisco has been fairly quiet so far in our ball game. And mukhang narinig niya ako. And just proving na he deserves those heavy minutes na binibigay sa kanya.
And itong Marikina, after Bulacan made 8 unanswered points, sagot naman sila with 4 straight of their own and re-establishing a 17-point lead. Monilla gets the ball back, fires a free, nails it.
And finally, some hope of daylight for Bulacan, as this may be the key. Hindi natin alam, no, anything could happen para makalapit man lang sila at least before mag third quarter, no?
They cut the lead to 14 points. And wide open was Monilla. So poor close out there by Marikina. Marikina with the possession up by 14, approaching the 1-minute mark of the third. Francisco sa loob muli, trying to carve out space. Losing the basketball. Monilla slices through the defense, but again, another steal para dito sa mga naka-item, pero nakaagaw din. Ito si Vargas. Sayang, hindi na-convert. Bullet pass, and again, out of control there. Bola babalik sa panig ng Bulacan.
And on the offensive side, kita natin, actually in the defensive side as well, sloppy talaga ang hands ng both of the teams. No? Ball handling is not really at par at the best, no, for both teams. Pero what I commend about Marikina is ganda ng transition defense nila na kahit naaagawan sila, they respond very quickly.
But Bulacan now with 3 3-pointers here in the third quarter. Francisco on the backcourt. Another interception. And they go all the way for that layup. Pangan cuts the lead down to single digits. Francisco, muli na naman naagawan. 1 second left, Pangan. And despite not putting up a shot at the end of the third, Marikina, after leading by as much as 21 points. But before that, let's check out the Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. And now this lead has been dwindled down to just single digits. 9-point lead by Marikina, 52-43 at the end of quarter number 3.
Ligan ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Ligan ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino.
We're just about to start the fourth quarter in the 14-under matchup between the JT Bulacan Taipan and the Marikina Junior Shoe Masters. Nandito po tayo ngayon sa Ynares Center in Antipolo. Ken Pangilinan alongside Cho Pangilinan and also Daniel Laguardia on the sidelines here. And Cho, ano ba ang nangyari sa third quarter?
But it's been an outstanding show, no, for Bulacan, scoring 21 points against 14 only ng Marikina. So kita natin, no? Nakita ng Bulacan, 21 points ang skinor ng Marikina nung second quarter. So kami naman, this third quarter kami naman ang pupuntos ng 21. And to top it all off, it was 3 3-pointers as well for the said team. So kita natin na ganda ng adjustments, medyo umalat, no? Actually maganda yung start, medyo umalat nung gitna, but coming back into the fourth quarter with some daylight.
At the half, Marikina was leading by 16, 38-22. And in fact, Joe, no, naiangat pa nila yung kalamangan na yan to as much as 21 points. But they cut it now to just 9, 52-43 here as we start the fourth quarter.
And actually, that's the, I think, for me, a general rule nga na kapag papasok ka ng fourth quarter, yung mga coaches gusto, at least kahit pa paano, single-digit deficit lang kinakaharap ng team mo. Hindi ka down by more than 10 para makabalik ka. That's a very good sign for Bulacan, still very manageable. And again, if you're watching the junior MPBL for quite some time now, comebacks are really a trend in our league. Anything can happen.
Let's see if they complete it. But right now, they have the possession. Concepcion drives. Gets whacked on his way up.
Fearless drive that time for Concepcion. So far playing 19 minutes. One of the most trusted guys na meron nitong Bulacan. So far scoring 9 points and 6 rebounds in our contest. Actually, he has played 21 minutes na pala so far. So very evident. One of the guys din talaga na binabagay natin kanina pa.
He now has 10 points to go along with 6 rebounds. 8 puntos na lang ang kailangan nilang habulin dito. Marikina medyo nanlamig na dito in the last few minutes as Vargas, aggressive drive to the hoop. And don't look now, Cho, it's only a 6-point ball game.
Exactly, and Vargas showing why he has played more than 25 minutes in this ball game, more than half of the game actually. It's because of his capabilities na makikita natin in our instant replay. Great unselfish play by Bulacan, and Vargas just doing his job. Hindi naman pinahiya ang kanyang kakampi.
9-0 run. Or sorry, this is now a 11-0 run galing dito sa Bulacan. Around the 2-minute mark, they were trailing by 17 points, 52-35. Right now, they're just down by 6. Vargas. Naagaw ang bola sa kanya dito. Marikina, let's see what they will do on this trip. They've been scoreless for the last 3 minutes. Bulacan naman namamayagpag dito. Atake sa loob. Wala. But dalawang free throws ulit para dito sa mga nakaputi.
What I observed so far for Bulacan is, again, yung game plan nga talaga nila initially is to really up the tempo, bilisan talaga yung laro. And it's evident na hanggang ngayon, pinangahawakan pa rin talaga nila yun. And Marikina naman, nakapag-adjust sila nung una, pero obviously, itong Bulacan, that's just their strength talaga. Na really upping the tempo and just having a really fast game overall.
If you're Coach Monroe, Quezon, and Marikina, Cho, what do you need to do here to stymie the tide and stop itong uprising nitong Bulacan?
Unang-una, no, obviously, yung defensive schemes na meron ito ni Coach Monroe so far is hindi gumagana. So that's something unang-una tignan nila. And offensively, they scored their first bucket, which is a good sign. And kailangan din nilang tapatin ang offensive schemes nitong Bulacan.
Marikina finally getting a bucket. Matagal-tagal silang hindi nakashoot amidst this run nitong Bulacan. Montaño to trigger it in. Trying to send it to Concepcion. Buti lang, nandun si Omboy. Pangan sa ilalim. Kicks it out. Vargas pulls it out with 10 seconds sa kanila shot clock. Omboy. And the follow-up is good. Galing dito kay Pangan.
Great presence of mind right there. Great confidence from the young man. Actually, speaking of confidence, that's one thing na na-improve din talaga ng Bulacan. Kanina, they were down by 10 attempts not made. Attempts man lang ng Marikina ngayon. It's just 41 attempts versus 45 of Marikina. So mukhang nagkaroon talaga ng confidence boost after nung third quarter or after nung second half, maybe after nung huddle nila.
Enriquez with his 17th point. Montaño. And that off-handed layup is good para sa kanya.
Montaño again, one of the familiar names na kanina pa natin binabanggit. Just showing why, just showing why that's the case.
Favis sa loob, flips it up, no good. Bangan with another rebound, gets fouled. And already the fourth team foul laban dito sa Marikina.
Let's take a quick look. Itong sa fast break opportunity capitalized by one of the main men of Bulacan, or may I say main boys ng Bulacan, that is Montaño. And actually commending Marikina, no? Because kahit nag-collapse ang kanilang defense, giving just a 6-point deficit para sa Bulacan, hindi naman nakakaangat na so far itong Bulacan. Just keeping it at 6. Back and forth baskets so far, pero for Marikina, ang kailangan nilang problemahin is kailangan pa nilang makalayo.
Marikina giving up another foul. They are over the limit here, so Concepcion has the chance to cut this lead even further here. Good on the first. This is the closest they have been so far. 21 puntos ang pinakamalaking kalamangan dito ng Marikina.
And if you're Bulacan, no, kung gusto mong makalapit talaga, hindi pwede nagkasettle ka lang for back and forth baskets. You need to make a basket on the other end. And on the other end naman, you need to make a stop.
And looks like may foul na tinawag laban dito sa mga nakaputi. 6:22 left in the fourth quarter. And John, nakita natin, no, itong Bulacan. Lumang sila 8-0 first quarter. Binalikan agad sila ng Marikina. But kudos to them for recovering here. Dahil nga malaki na yung kalamangan ng Marikina kanina, nakabawi sila dito. 5 puntos na lang ang kailangan habulin dito.
And I think we can agree, no, na itong Bulacan, ang issue talaga nila is not talent. It's not their shooting. Wala. Ang issue nila is inconsistency. Hindi sila consistent when in their shots. No? May mga times na makukuha nila yung momentum nila, pero biglang mag-fade, biglang mag-collapse. And again, wala yung consistency, no? Wala yung continuity. Kailangan mag-improve pa sila on that aspect kung gusto nilang makakuha ng unang panalo nila.
Another possession here for the guys in black. Pineda escapes. But again, the defense of Bulacan solid. Mole Klim trying to tap it. But it will stay with the JT Bulacan Taipan. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
And the likes of Pangan, no? Those are the reasons why yung mga tulad niya nakakuha ng mga mabibigat na minuto. Kasi your size alone is already a big contribution. Lalo na on defense. So, kahit tumayo ka lang, you can really intimidate your opponent.
And don't look now. This is now a single possession ball game. Montaño with another drive. How will Marikina respond? Enriquez. Pili with a recovery. But hindi sila nakashoot sa ilalim. Shot clock an issue here. 3 seconds. Enriquez, the runner. No. Pili. Put back. Wala pa din. But he will head to the line with 2 shots.
Yun yung masakit, no, for Bulacan. You've been defending this team for the past 24 seconds. Pero nung dying seconds, binigyan mo naman ng foul and a chance to get 2 on the line. So again, mabaliwala yung depensa mo nung unang segundo kung ang ending yan lang din naman. So again, that's another issue na hinaharap nitong Bulacan at the moment.
But nakikita natin na yung momentum nasa side na nila, no? This is now just a 3-point lead. Pili mintes sa kanyang unang free throw.
And imagine, 16-point deficit ang kinakaharap mo nung halftime. It went as much as 21 points ang naging deficit, and now it's just single possession at the fourth quarter. The best time actually para gawin yan, no? The best time because this is the time where it matters the most. So props to these boys of Bulacan.
Poor foul by Marikina. 90 feet away from the basket. Penalty na sila dito. So another chance para dito sa Bulacan to inch closer here. And you talked about Pangan. Not only his size but yung activity niya inside has made quite an impact para dito sa Bulacan, especially in the last few minutes of this ball game.
Exactly. Actually, nung mga first minutes, hindi mo naman talaga nababanggit masyado yung pangalan niya. But as the game went by, no, tumagal yung game, yung pangalan niya just keeps on, getting mentioned. Lumilitaw na lang bigla. And ngayon, he's on the line. And speaking of the line, itong Bulacan has been getting aggressive, no, with 30 attempts so far compared to 20 lamang ng Marikina. So you can see na yung aggression, no, when it comes to attacking the basket, fearlessly attacking the basket. Kita mo na nandun eh. Nandun yung aggressiveness eh.
Speaking of aggressiveness, Miguel Favis trying to put it upon his shoulders to stop this run by Bulacan as he goes up strong against Pangan. Marikina with a 3-point lead, 58-55 with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
That timeout was presented by Apex Gaming 88, where it brings gaming fun here at the Junior MPBL. Pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit ang inyong phone. Play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Elevate your game only with Apex Gaming 88. Gaming is for 21 years and above only. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised. And Marikina with another stop there. Lamang sila dito ng 3 puntos just past the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Favis mintes sa kanyang one-hander.
For Bulacan, no, one thing na nakikita talaga natin is they're very reliant on their starters as they've only tallied 8 bench points so far in the game compared to 31 sa kanilang kalaban. And that is the reason why kanina tinitignan natin, no, yung minutes nitong Marikina is scattered all across our box score. Samantalang itong Bulacan, only significant boys ang nakakuha ng minuto. So that will be another challenge, no? At the end of the ball game, of course, may fatigue factor. You're relying on your starters to deliver, but it's inevitable na magkakaroon ng effect yan. So that's an interesting thing to observe as we head over our dying minutes.
But nandito sila ngayon, itong Bulacan trying to press up here. And they actually force a turnover. So sinabi mo nga na starters logging heavy minutes, but they've been also been providing that much needed production para dito sa kanila. 2 guys in double figures. Concepcion, one of them with 11. Omboy, cross court. Monilla fakes the pass. Vargas fires the 3. Wala. Favis. Hounded by a double team. Monilla trying to get that loose ball. At tuluyan na agaw dito ng Bulacan. Omboy with a finish.
And don't look now, it's just a 1-point lead for Marikina. So after leading as much as 21 in our ball game, is just a 1-point lead right now for them. And the momentum is on the side of Bulacan. Tira natin kung magpapatinag ba itong Marikina.
This is now a golden opportunity for the guys in white to take the lead here. Guys in white with the momentum. Concepcion, crossover, floats one up, off to the left.
And I can observe no, na itong players ng Bulacan talaga nakikita natin yung fatigue. Starting to kick in, lalo na fourth quarter na. But obviously, if you're aware that their team starts as reliant, hindi pwedeng mawala ang delivery of production sa kanila.
Molik Lim with that acrobatic finish brings the lead back up to 3 points. Apat na mga nakaputi ang kinailangan niyang daanan doon, no problem. As Marikina 60, Bulacan 57 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three minutes and 14 seconds left. Can Bulacan mount another comeback here? They are down by just 3 points. If you just tuned in, sila'y lumamang early, 8-0 in the first quarter. As Bonilla scoops one up and in. Marikina nakabawi, led by as much as 21 points. But Bulacan now has a golden opportunity to recapture the lead here. Ginamit ng screen. Vargas for 3. Wala. Enriquez. Good challenge there by Vargas. Bonilla behind the back. Again, trying to escape. Ito si Molik Lim. Out of control there. Bulacan, pinamigay yung bola. Lim. Attacks, gets fouled. Sideline, inbound para dito sa Marikina.
Molik Lim, just an exceptional ball handler. Let's take a look of what he did once more. A lot of guys on his face, pero talagang nagpapatinag tong batang to. Actually, kita rin natin na he's really one of the primary ball handlers ng kanyang koponan. As he has been playing 21 minutes so far. Actually, he has only 4 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Fairly quiet, pero you know, may mga nakakontribute niya is off the stat sheet. But this team will definitely demand more because nag-step up na itong Bulacan.
Favis cross court. Enriquez. Oh, the crazy move inside. Finds a way to put the ball in the hoop, and we are down to the final 2 minutes. Marikina with a 3-point lead. And a traveling call against Concepcion.
And again, tulad ng sinasabi ko, no, for our rest of the game, margin for error against this Marikina team is so little because once na magkamali ka, they will definitely do their best to maximize on whatever opportunity makukuha nila.
Favis kicks it out. Molik Lim. Pasok sa gitna. Mintes. Francisco. Trying to pound the ball inside. Ball will stay on the side of Marikina. As we have a timeout on the floor here. 1 minute and 32 seconds left. Marikina with a 3-point lead. 62-59. Magbabalik kami.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now. From the court to the casino, elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Back with us here and Marikina clinging on to a 3-point lead. 9.2 seconds remaining sa kanila shot clock. Molek Lim. Kick out pass. Enriquez drives baseline. Floats one up. No good. Bulacan with a chance. But Molek Lim with an interception. Itinawid niya ang bola. Nagmamadali. Pasok sa loob. Gets blocked by Omboy.
Splendid work on defense by Omboy. And let's take another look on the instant replay. And if you're wondering if that is all ball, yes, that is definitely all ball, clear as day in our instant replay.
1 minute and 11 seconds remaining. Gayosa comes out of the pack. Fires a free. No good. Monilla. Tatlo pa rin ang inahabol dito ng Bulacan. Still a lot of time left. Pangan goes up. And Ram Francisco will get called for that foul.
And that is the importance of once nakuha mo yung bola, no? Iangat mo agad. Because unang-una, the defense won't have time to respond sa kung ano mang ilalabas mo, no? And the best opportunity makukuha mo talaga is either an end one or 2 free throws. And yun ang naging case for this young man, Pangan.
Pangan right now, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 2 for 2. So crucial buckets coming off the bench. Just a 1-point lead. Marikina trying to hang on. 50 seconds remaining. Both teams now over the foul limit. Molek Lim, bigay kay Pili. Trying to locate Francisco. Masyadong malakas yung pasa nun.
And Bulacan just doing an exceptional job on defense so far in the dying minutes of the fourth quarter, just doing it when it matters the most.
And hindi pa sila lumalamang since that 8-0 start. Can they do it here with 36 seconds remaining? Vargas, Montaño offering a pick. Now he gets the basketball against Faves. Difficult shot, wala. Omboy trying to wrestle for that ball. Jump ball situation. And ball possession. Oh, it will go to Marikina. And that's big as a timeout requested here. 24 seconds remaining. Lamang ang Marikina, 62-61.
In basketball, victory is the culmination of teamwork, strategy, and relentless pursuit. It's the swish of the net echoing triumphantly, a testament to the hours of practice and the heart poured into every play. On the casino floor, victory is a dance with fortune, where strategy and luck intertwine. Elevate your game with Apex. Register now.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Yeah, ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino.
Back with us here at the 14 under matchup between Bulacan and Marikina. Ken Pangilinan kasama si Cho Pangilinan and bola ng Marikina Junior Shoemasters with 14 seconds left. Interesting that they elect to inbound it to the front court. What do you think about that, Cho?
That is, of course, the fact na napansin mo, it's very unusual because gusto mong magsayang ng as much time as possible. And of course, and that won't be the case if manggagaling dito ang inbound.
And if you're Bulacan, no need to foul here. Just gotta play solid D. But Faves floats one up and in, increasing the lead back to 3. Montaño out of control. Francisco almost recovering that basketball, but still ball will swing on the side of Bulacan. 9.2 seconds remaining on the game clock.
And what a wild sequence right there, no? Hindi natin alam kung kanina mabubuta yung bola. But there's such a huge possession for Bulacan.
And JT Bulacan Taipan requesting for a timeout here. 64-61. And down by 3 points. What are you looking for here if you're JT Bulacan Taipan, Cho?
If you're Bulacan, no, you've been doing pretty well beyond the arc. You've hit 3 3-point shots no third quarter. And now, when it matters the most, kakailanganin mo ulit ng isa pa. And of course, they have more than capable 3-point shooters. You have Monilla. You also have Vargas, Montaño. Even Concepcion can hit the 3 once in a while. It's in his bag. So, marami kang options. It'll be just a matter of kung sino ba yung malilibre. Kung kanino ba mapupunta yung pinaka-wide shot na possible. No? So, that'll be the challenge for Bulacan. And of course, keeping the time in mind. Hindi rin naman sobrang laki niyan para i-circulate yung bola sa buong possession. So, you really have to find your spots.
And if you're Marikina, you're up by 3 points, 9.2 seconds left. Would you choose to foul as to not give up a 3-point attempt here, Cho?
Well, that is one option. Pero let's see kung ano ang mangyayari.
And they fire a free here. Wala. 2.5 seconds left. And the ball will go to the side of Marikina. At maniniguro na dito si Coach Monroe Quezon. He will sue for time here. 64-61. And they just made a crucial stop on that last trip, Chong.
That's a good sign for things to come. Pero again, Bulacan is trailing by 3. Hindi pa rin talaga natatagal yung problema na kailangan nilang magkaroon ng deadlock para kahit man lang magkaroon tayo ng overtime. And again, kung matalo man sila, 0-6. So, hindi lang siya basta-basta talo eh. There will be a statement loss na kumbaga, we're a good team pero wala kaming panalo. So, that's definitely more heartbreaking than usual.
Actually, kung matalo sila Tito Cho, they will go down to 0-8. So medyo mabigat yan, no? After this, they will only have 2 games remaining on their schedule. Oh! That is big! Ang masakit kasi dito, Cho, hindi naman nahawakan ni Ram Francisco yung bola. So, no time, cut off the clock. And then, Bulacan able to inbound it. So, ito pwede pa ito if you're Bulacan. So, good stop right here. Let's see if they convert on a free. Vargas, Montaño gets blocked by Enriquez, and that's the ball game, folks. Marikina surviving this Bulacan comeback as they win this one 64-61.
Great defense that time from Marikina.
And let's check out the Apex Gaming 88 move of the game. And then Enriquez, sidestep beauty, leading all scorers here with 19 points. And that move of the game brought to you by Apex Gaming 88. Brings gaming fun here at the Junior MPBL. Pwede kang maglaro at manalo gamit ang inyong phone. Play your favorite games anytime, anywhere. Elevate your game only with Apex Gaming 88. Gaming is for 21 years and above only. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised. And Marikina just pushing the right buttons at the end game here. At nakita natin, Bulacan, they jumped out to an 8-0 start. Marikina led by as much as 21 points. Bulacan talagang kumatok sa pinto. They drew to within one, but Marikina just able to hang on here, Cho.
Commending, no? Then Enriquez because of his crucial block nung last second attempt nitong ni Vargas. So, great anticipation right there, great defense. Even though maliit na lang yung oras and mahirap talagang may angat ang bola, is hindi na yun iniisip. At sinigurado niya talaga. And therefore, preventing that shot to hit the rim in the first place.
And Marikina will now go up to 3-3 after this one, and that's really crucial because gaya na pinag-usapan natin, Cho, they're trying to avoid to have to play that play-in tournament. Let's check out some of the highlights of this ball game. And nakita natin, no, Marikina, after being down 8-0, agad sila nakabawi. Ram Francisco was a force to be reckoned with. Those end one plays and those rebounds being quite a handful in the paint. Monilla and the rest of Bulacan trying to come back here. Monilla alongside Benjo Vargas firing from the outside. Miguel Favis, that was a crucial bucket. As we now have our Apex Gaming 88 player of the game. Kasama niya ngayon si Daniel.
Have here with me Apex 88 best player of the game, Dan Enriquez of Marikina Juniors Shoe Masters with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. So Dan, nakabounce ba kayo galing sa talo nyo at nakakamit na naman kayo ng panalo? At kitang-kita naman natin na sa dulo ng fourth quarter, grabe ang intensity ng laro na yon. Para sa'yo, paano mo ba na-maintain ang focus at composure mo habang naglalaro?
Gano'n lang kami sa depensa namin, tsaka nakinig lang kami sa mga coaches namin. Yun lang.
Thank you and congratulations ulit, Dan. Siyempre, meron ka bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa live natin and also here in the court?
Nagkakasalamat po ako sa parents ko na nanonood po ngayon dyan, tsaka kay Coach Elvis Tolentino po, tsaka sa mga coaches po namin, yun lang.
Thank you so much. Once again, congratulations to Marikina and to the Apex 88 best player of the game, Dan Enriquez. And let's get back to you, Ken and Cho.
LaGuardia with our best player, Denden Enriquez, certainly making the Mariqueños proud as they win it 64-61. Up next, the 16-under matchup of these two teams. Magbabalik po kami dito sa Junior MPBL.